Hello, efficiency enthusiasts, and welcome to the Essence of Wellness podcast. I'm Eric Wilkins, your host, and today we're addressing a deeply important and often challenging topic: addiction cycles and how they affect our health. In this episode, we'll explore the complex world of addictions, their impacts on our health, and the pathways to breaking these cycles. First, we'll dive into understanding addictions. It's crucial to recognize addiction not just as a habit, but as a multifaceted issue involving physical, mental, and emotional aspects. We'll explore what addiction is and why it can be so hard to overcome. Next, we move on to impacts on health. Addiction affects more than just the mind. It has profound implications for physical health and overall well-being. We'll discuss these impacts and the importance of addressing them holistically. Then we'll discuss breaking the cycle. Overcoming addiction is often about breaking a cycle that can seem unbreakable. We'll talk about strategies and tools that can help in this challenging but rewarding process. Following that, we'll delve into overcoming challenges. The road to overcoming addiction is often filled with obstacles. We'll share insights on how to navigate these challenges and stay on the path to recovery. Lastly, we'll focus on maintaining progress. Overcoming addiction is a significant achievement, but maintaining progress is equally important. We'll discuss ways to sustain the positive changes and prevent relapse. At Efficient Results Visionary Enterprise, we believe in a comprehensive approach to wellness, and understanding and addressing addiction cycles is a crucial part of this journey. So, get ready to gain a deeper understanding and practical approaches to dealing with addiction. Thank you for tuning into the Essence of Wellness podcast. Let's navigate these challenges together and move towards healthier lives. Have you ever felt entrapped in a cycle of addiction, desperately seeking to break free? You're not alone. Addiction is a complex phenomenon that traps individuals into a relentless pattern of recurring thoughts and behaviors. Escaping seems almost impossible. It's no secret how detrimental this can be to both your physical and mental health. The constant struggle against these cycles can induce harmful levels of stress and anxiety, while certain addictions pose an immediate threat to your physiological well-being. This article aims to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of addiction cycles, how they form, persist, impact your health, and most importantly, how you can overcome them. Armed with this knowledge, we hope you'll feel empowered to begin the journey towards breaking free from the chains of addiction and reclaiming control over your life. Understanding addictions. Understanding addictions isn't just about knowing what they are, it's about grasping how they take hold of your life, why they're so hard to shake off, and what you can do to break their grip. Addictions are chronic, relapsing disorders characterized by compulsive engagement in rewarding stimuli despite adverse consequences. They can manifest as substance dependencies or behavioral addictions like gambling, eating, or even internet addiction. Addiction typically starts with a voluntary decision to try a substance or engage in an activity. However, as repeated exposure occurs, the ability to choose not to do so becomes compromised. This is due largely to changes that occur within the brain's reward system. Over time, your brain adapts. It begins anticipating and reacting differently, not only to the addictive substance or behavior, but also related cues such as people, places, and paraphernalia associated with the addiction. What makes overcoming addiction quite challenging is its cyclical nature. Preoccupation, anticipation, binge intoxication, and withdrawal negative affect. This cycle creates a pattern that becomes increasingly difficult to interrupt without professional help. While dealing with addiction may seem daunting at first glance, there is hope for those seeking freedom from this relentless cycle. Effective treatments exist that involve altering neural pathways through medication-assisted therapy, MAT, cognitive behavioral interventions, and mutual support groups, among others. As we delve further into understanding how addictions influence health outcomes, we will unravel the profound impact on physical well-being, offering more insight into why breaking free from these cycles is integral for overall wellness. Impacts on health. It's no secret that being caught in a constant loop of destructive habits can wreak havoc on your physical and mental well-being. The cycle of addiction, whether it involves substance abuse or behavioral addictions like gambling or eating disorders, has profound impacts on your overall health. Physically, chronic substance use can lead to severe long-term conditions such as cardiovascular diseases, liver damage, lung disease, and various types of cancer. In the case of behavioral addictions, the recurring patterns may result in obesity, malnutrition, or other serious health complications. It's not just about these visible manifestations. Your immune system is also compromised, making you susceptible to infections and illnesses. Mentally and emotionally, addiction cycles have far-reaching effects. They often coexist with mental health conditions like anxiety disorders and depression due to changes in brain chemistry caused by repeated exposure to addictive substances or behaviors. Chronic stress associated with relentless cravings affects your cognitive function, negatively impacting memory, attention span, and decision-making abilities. Importantly, though, it's crucial to understand that this isn't a life sentence. Change is possible. Overcoming addiction does require effort, but remember, you're not alone in this fight against addictive cycles. There are professionals who specialize in treating both the physical and psychological aspects of addiction, offering comprehensive solutions tailored specifically for you. As we delve deeper into understanding how these cycles affect us physically and psychologically, let's also explore how one might navigate towards recovery without using steps. An insightful journey awaits that paves the way for liberation from these vicious circles of dependence. Breaking the cycle. You're probably wondering, how can you break free from this relentless grip of dependence without following a set step process? It might surprise you to learn that breaking the cycle of addiction is not necessarily about adhering to a rigid, structured program, but rather about understanding and addressing the underlying issues that fuel your addictive behaviors. Firstly, acknowledging your addiction is paramount. It's challenging, but it's an essential part of recovery. You've got to recognize the harmful patterns you're stuck in and decide to make a change. This self-awareness creates room for acceptance and growth, providing the foundation for healthier habits. Secondly, seeking professional help is imperative. Therapists or counselors specialized in addiction can provide critical insight into your behavioral patterns and offer strategies to manage triggers effectively. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT for instance, has been shown in numerous studies to be effective at changing thought processes associated with addiction. Moreover, maintaining physical health plays a significant role in recovery as well. Regular exercise and a balanced diet have proven benefits on mental health, including reduced anxiety and improved mood, both key elements in combating addictive cycles. Finally, yet importantly, building a supportive network around yourself can greatly enhance your chances of success. Surrounding yourself with positive influences who understand what you're going through provides emotional support during challenging times. So yes, while breaking out of the cycle of addiction requires commitment and effort, remember it's not just about willpower alone. A holistic approach considering psychological intervention, along with fostering good physical health habits, often leads to successful recovery outcomes. Let's delve deeper into overcoming these challenges next, minus any explicit step-by-step guidebook. Overcoming challenges. So let's dive headfirst into these obstacles, shall we? Overcoming challenges isn't a walk in the park, but rather a journey of self-discovery and resilience. Addiction is not just about your body craving substances. It's also about how your mind gets hooked on certain patterns of thinking and behaving. These cycles are deeply ingrained, and that's what makes them so tough to break. When you're addicted, your brain's reward system becomes hijacked, causing dopamine levels to spike whenever you engage in the addictive behavior. This creates a powerful association between the act and pleasure, trapping you in an endless loop of desire and gratification. The first challenge lies in recognizing this pattern. It requires mindfulness, the psychological practice of bringing one's attention to experiences occurring in the present moment without judgment. By observing your triggers and reactions objectively, you can start to dismantle their power over you. Secondly, overcoming addiction involves rewiring your brain pathways, a process called neuroplasticity. Therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, can help by teaching you new responses to old triggers. Lastly, dealing with withdrawal symptoms is another hurdle on this path. When you stop feeding your addiction, physical discomfort can be intense as your body readjusts. But remember that these symptoms are temporary. They signify healing happening within. Remember that every journey begins with a single decision, the choice to change. Your path towards freedom may be fraught with challenges, but each victory brings you closer to reclaiming control over your life. Let's continue this journey by discussing how we can sustain these victories for long-lasting recovery next. Maintaining progress. Believe it or not, maintaining progress in recovery isn't just an uphill climb. It's like scaling Mount Everest without a guide. Your willpower can sometimes feel like an unreliable compass, and the steep slopes of relapse always seem to loom nearby. Addiction is insidious. It's a chronic neurological disorder that alters your brain structure and function, making the road to recovery fraught with challenges. The cycle of addiction is characterized by intense cravings, substance use despite negative consequences, withdrawal symptoms during abstinence, and a high propensity for relapse. This cyclical nature makes it particularly hard to break free from. Each time you succumb to the lure of habituated behaviors or thoughts, you reinforce those neural pathways, making them stronger and more automatic. However, remember that every moment of resistance strengthens your recovery muscles. Research shows that sustaining abstinence for 5 years significantly reduces the risk of relapse in alcoholism by around 15%. Moreover, cognitive behavioral therapies have proven effective in helping individuals rewire their brain responses and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Staying committed to your recovery journey requires guts. It involves constantly evaluating your triggers and implementing strategies to manage them effectively. It means prioritizing self-care, maintaining physical health through adequate nutrition and exercise, nurturing mental well-being via stress management techniques such as mindfulness meditation, seeking professional help when required. Remember, each day clean is a victory against addiction's relentless pull. Even if you stumble on this precarious path, a setback does not mean failure. It simply signifies a new opportunity for growth. So keep pushing forward, because the view from atop Mount Everest, freedom, is worth every painstaking step. Here are a few frequently asked questions. What are the common signs of someone being in an addiction cycle that are often overlooked? Often, subtle cues like changes in behavior, reliance on a substance or activity to cope with stress, and neglecting responsibilities may indicate you're in an addiction cycle. These signs are frequently underestimated yet significant. Are there certain personality traits or genetic factors that make a person more prone to addiction cycles? Certain characteristics can certainly contribute to susceptibility. Genetics greatly govern your predisposition, plus personality traits like impulsivity, increased inclination. It's imperative to identify these indicators early, empowering you on your path to freedom from addiction afflictions. How does social stigma around addiction affect someone's ability to break free from the cycle? Social stigma around addiction can intensify your feelings of guilt and shame, making it harder to seek help. This creates a psychological barrier that impedes your journey towards breaking free from the addictive cycle. Can addiction cycles impact our mental health as much as our physical health? Certainly, addiction can dramatically damage your mental health as much as the physical. The relentless cycle of addiction often leads to anxiety, depression, and cognitive impairment, hindering your pursuit for personal peace and freedom. What are some unconventional methods or therapies used to help people break free from addiction cycles? Unconventional therapies like biofeedback, mindfulness training, and even adventure-based therapy can help you break free from addiction cycles. These methods promote self-awareness and resilience, empowering you to control your addictive behaviors effectively. In conclusion, escaping addiction's relentless cycle can feel like trying to unseat a firmly rooted tree with bare hands. But remember, it's not an insurmountable task. You're not doomed to this Sisyphean struggle. With understanding, effective strategies, and ongoing support, you can break free from the cycle, restore your health, and reclaim control over your life. It's a journey worth embarking on for a healthier tomorrow. As we wrap up another episode of the Essence of Wellness podcast, I want to thank you our dedicated efficiency enthusiasts, for joining us today. Remember, wellness is a journey, not a destination, and each step you take is a move towards a healthier, more fulfilled you. Stay consistent, stay motivated, and most importantly, stay efficient in your wellness pursuits. Join us again next time as we continue to explore and uncover the best practices for a balanced and healthy lifestyle. Until then, this is Eric Wilkins signing off. Take care, embrace wellness in all its forms, and keep striving for those efficient results in every aspect of your life. Goodbye for now, and remember, the path to wellness is yours to walk, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. Hey, efficiency enthusiasts. If you enjoyed the insights and inspiration from the Efficient Results Visionary Enterprise Essence of Wellness podcast, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. Your support is crucial in helping us continue to provide great content. Let's spread the wellness journey together. Thank you for being a part of our community.